Hey folks, this is a real reason to start immobilizing and getting things done for real, for real. We are the people. We need to do things to stop this bill from going through, and this is why.
First, let's look at what they're doing, Rachel. They are having no hearings, no amendments, going to try to rush it through in 10 hours of debate. This would be one of the greatest acts of legislative malpractice in the long history of the Senate, and Senator McConnell would not, I don't think, could look in the mirror in the same way after he did something like this. When we had the ACA bill, the Obama bill, there were 170 amendments, Republican amendments by people like Grassley and Hatch were added to the bill. Lots of hearings, long debate on the floor. Why are they trying to hide this bill? Very simple. They are ashamed of this bill.
Yeah.
They know that the American people will hate it. So they want to hide it. Today they even tried for a while to ban cameras from the halls of Congress.
Wow.
And they're ashamed of the bill for very simple reasons. What it does, taking millions off health care, making it harder to get covered with pre-existing conditions, removing money from opioid treatment, making it harder for young families to keep their parents who need it in nursing homes over and over again. And all because they want a huge tax cut for the very, very wealthy.
Here we go.
Everyone else
for the money.
Everyone else will pay more for premiums and get
for
less
rich folk.
Care, so they can give a tax break to the richest of people, which is really why the hard right wants this bill. So they're ashamed of it, and there's such an outcry that even in a group like the Republicans, which tend to march in an army and not dissent, they're having trouble getting the votes. They said the talk last Friday was, they could get it done in 2 weeks. Now it's 3 weeks, maybe into the July break. And I would just urge your listeners, mobilize. This is
Here we go, right here.
This is not just a warning.
This is not a drill.
This is the real deal. We're a vote or two away from defeating this bill. And if the public really makes their views known and puts a lot of heat on these Republican senators, we could well defeat it.
And Senator, because of those process issues that you're talking about, whether or not people care about various norms in terms of legislative processes, one of the logistical facts about the fact that this has happened without hearings, it's happened very quietly, the text in the bill is secret and all that, is that it's been hard to cover. It's just been hard to follow journalistically. We did hear today, though, that the president himself told Republican senators that he considered the bill to be mean, as in mean-spirited. Does that indicate that maybe the White House and Republican senators are also splitting on this?
Well, the White House has realized this is a hot potato, and from time to time they've undercut their own Republicans, and then the next day they sort of whip them and say, you better...
Right. If y'all ever notice it, watch the news carefully on how a lot of these politicians backtrack on what they say.
Republicans, congressmen just squirming that they voted for a mean bill, and they know that's going to be brought up to them in the campaigns in 2018.
In New York State, call all of your Republican representatives, send emails, all of that.